How's it going? So this is what it's like to be sick. Oh boy, I'm I'm not liking it. I tell you, man. I was up through the night gossiping my cookies. I don't know what's going on. So I've for years and years, I've just come on here, like many, just screaming into the void, and I called it that so many years ago. All of us are just screeching into the void, but we're not going to stop nothing. Canada's done. We're on our way to being a third world country. Like it or not, there's no denying it. I saw a clip of, we'll just talk about some clips I've seen, of Rumpelstiltskin looking more like Mrs. Willow Osgood every day. She's as wide as she is tall. And it was in some committee thing, and she's trying to question him about want some immigration thing. They're letting them come in, and yet I seem to remember 10 years ago, you, Rumpelstiltskin, and Sperm Chic Shearer were supporting allowing them to bring a relative over and stuff like that. We're not talking about that no more, right? I saw clips of Mark Carney, all proud that we spent $60 billion to upgrade our army, so we're going to buy, hire two more guys, buy a couple more rowboats, start charging tickets to see our submarine fleet that's been the same submarine since I was a boy. Do they even work anymore? That'd be a good idea. Start charging admission. We reached our 2%. I'm sorry, Marky. It's supposed to be 5%. Making noises against America with our woke Tabernac general that runs the army. What a shit show, man. Yeah, no. You wonder why you can't recruit guys. No one wants to be a part of your this ridiculous nonsense. Might as well be running around with fucking pellet guns, man. Those fake guns that Candace Malcolm sends. It sells. I mean, this isn't World War II. This is people base the Canadian Army on then. How it used to be then. Like, the British Navy is falling apart now. They got nothing. Their fleet has been demolished pretty much. You can see what they got. Just like us. We were like, what, the first or second largest navy in the world? No one can compete with America's Navy. Like, come on, man. So I saw this recruitment ad. We have a lot of Chinese. There's like a Chinese Army recruitment ad, but it's Canadian Army. But they're all Chinese, man. Okay. And once more, like I predicted 10 years ago, now they're really going after bringing foreigners. Yeah, come over here. This is how you can, especially if you have Army experience, come to Canada and it will fast track your permanent residency. I guess that's going to be where all those special program immigration guys that first came from Syria, all their secret police guys. Well, I guess they're going to have an army now for them to run, right? What are they going to use it for? I wonder. Those pesky Canadians that want change, that don't understand what's going on. $100 million for Indians, not the woo-woo kind, the double-double kind, to go to school. Oh, how nice. How nice for them. That'll help. They're all low IQ. People just don't want to deny that. We talked about that so long ago. It's like well known now, but here in Canada, that stuff still gets denied. It's just like biological sexes still get denied. But it's all, they know it, but they hide their duplicity. It's never getting seen. I'll tell you what I did enjoy. I saw Candace Malcolm. I watched this one, complaining about the Toronto Star stealing one of their stories. And that goes against journalistic principles. And they never said their story or anything. Well, I tell you what, honey, because you're not a journalist. You're like Canada's version of the watered-down conservative version of The View. They don't look at you as a journalist. Why should they apologize to you? Especially since you were a Toronto Sun journalist. They don't look at you the same way. Welcome to Canada, Candace. I'm petty. That gave me a lot of enjoyment. I'll tell you that right now. I saw a clip of Australians complaining about the price of fuel, and it's about $11 American a gallon. Well, here in Canada, it's anywhere from $9 to $11 American. per gallon, depending on where you live. Yeah, that liter stuff was a good scam, eh? People who don't want to do the math. Oh, well, it's basically was $1.95, $2 a liter. That's $8 of our money, almost a gallon. So change that to American. What do you get? Mm-hmm. So that's another big reason for I'm so happy I got a job out here. I won't be, and I won't have to drive around the immigrant killers anymore. Those guys scare the hell out of me, man. My old company hires them to do asphalt. They're scary, man. They're just scary as hell. Their trucks are garbage. So I guess my company don't give a crap about Canadians either. Well, my old company. Where I'm working here, ain't no dinga-dingas working there. They don't ever get hired out here. Never, ever, man. They don't come out here. I said that enough times. People go, oh, they are. Nah, the odd ones have come here and there and they leave. They don't like the cold and there's nowhere for them to hide. There's safety in numbers for those people, right? They're not going to come here and go to school and start essaying our little girls here. And a community like this out here that's made up of natives, Ukrainians and Icelanders, there'll be fucking swift vigilante justice and no one's going to see anything or know anything, man. So, and they have low IQs, but they know. That's why they're always in groups of numbers, because they're cowards, right? They're cowardly. That's how they are. We all know this stuff. We're not supposed to talk about it, especially here in Canada. And we're gonna have that C9 so we can't talk about stuff, and then once it gets bad, well, we'll have our foreign army enforce it for you. Because, the Toronto Police and the RCMP are just too busy violating all your other rights, so we'll have these guys just do the real grunt work for us, right? Making noises against America like you're going to do something with our little rowboat Navy and pellet gun fucking army. No wonder no one wants to join. I mean, come on, man. This ain't World War II and after World War II, Canadian Army's gone to crap, man. Liberal governments did all that for years and years, and people still think that Harper was like some kind of godsend. You're dumb. You're just another uninformed Canadian. He brought in more immigrants than Trudeau did. Ooh, that's Pierre Poilievre's Leavers government when they had power. But hey, he was on Joe Rogan, so what I always say, his little smart remarks and witty comebacks. Oh, yeah, it's really funny. But that's all he is. That's all he is. I mean, like, we're done. There's no turning back for us. There's nobody here. We're not going to stand up. It's time to face the harsh realities, man. I'm 64. I'm not going to see the end of it. I'm glad. I feel sorry for anyone with little kids. People that are still having them. Your kids are going to be done, man. We have so many foreigners in our government. What do you think is going to happen when they get real power? Like, come on. What do you think will happen? People that have the means are leaving. I mean, I'm 64. I don't want to go anywhere and start again. It is what it is here. I'll be gone before all the really bad stuff happens. And my premier in this province, his name is Wab Canoe. He looks like Count Floyd, for fuck's sakes, or some kind of kid's cartoon Dracula, because his face is so fucking shiny, his hair is slicked back, and he has a V like that, like a fucking cartoon Dracula, man. Yeah, he's doing wonders for this province, isn't he? So I just thought that was funny, though. I should laugh at some of those things, especially about the fuel. So all your Canadian influencers that were failed in the mainstream that are now here begging for money, they never talk about the things I just listed. All these things I just said, they don't talk about that stuff. If anything, they sort of see them in distance. They still keep talking about the political landscape and how we're going to do this and it's going to be doing that and what this means and what that means. They never talk about what's really going on, do they? Yeah, here they are, begging for money. And I read the comments, either they're all bots or I'd like to think they're all bots, but it's really just the ignorance of my fellow citizens that just want to come on here and rage and be mad and not really do anything or get their heads out of their asses and take a look around them, you know. But if you're like me and you live in a rural area, yeah, things are expensive, but life is still pretty good, right? Everyone around you is still white and right, and that's it, man. I don't care how it sounds. That's it. Everyone around me is white, other than people that run the Chinese restaurant, and they're nice people. When I go there, I go, Ni hao ma! They love it. She's a nice lady, man. Other than that, well, there's a couple of Hindus bought some hotels out here, but they're nice people. So they come out here and they bought a business. That's it. If it's hard to get them to speak the truth, but the ones that do, they tell you where they came from. They came because they're running from Islam. Yeah, they were in Toronto, but they didn't like it. They left it because of the Muslims. They don't come out here, man. They're not wanted. They know they're not wanted. They're not welcome, and they know they're not welcome. So, whatever. We're done. Canada's done. We're a third world country. We're close. I wouldn't call us a first world country anymore. At best, we're a second world country. But we're on our way to being a third one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff.